Right, my lucky learners, merging onto a motorway. So we've got this motorway dual carriageway we're on. We're merging with the one on the right. So what we're going to do is stay in the left lane. We're going to set our speed about 50. Check our mirror, centre mirror right, mirror indicate right. Look for that space. Don't come over too early because we've got all of this bay to use right the way along. Yeah. So we've got the little short lines with a short gap on the left. They're junction lines. They tell us there's a junction. Now say on the right we've got the long lines with the short gap. They're hazard lines. Now, and the hazard was the junction. Now say if they've changed to short line with a long gap, there everything's good. That's the everything's good line. So on a motorway we only get the long line short gap when there's a hazard like a junction, a lay-by. Normally it's the junctions on and off the motorway. But if you're on a country road and you get the long lines, they'll tell you that there's a corner coming, there's a junction coming. So if the vision's poor because it's dark or it's foggy, if it changes from the short ones with a long gap to the long ones with a short gap, get your speed down, something's happening. So as we come up here, motorways, dead easy, just maintaining your speed, planning ahead. So we can see up ahead there's a truck. We know it's got a maximum speed of 56. We've got what looks like might be a camper. You know, it can do 70, but often they don't. So if we were doing more than 60, we would probably end up overtaking these. But hiding in between the two vehicles, which we might not have seen yet, is the 50 limit sign, which tells us we probably don't want to be in this outside lane yet. So we're going to bring back over, we're not going to slow down, we're just going to let it course back down to the 50 and keep it at 50. So we've got a junction off to the left, it's not the one we want, we're going a bit further. We've got the temporary 50s, which we'll see nobody's applying but us learners. As we see the truck come flying past, we're doing 50. He's obviously staying on his speed limiter at 56. Yeah, go for it, kid. Let's hope the policeman's speed recorder isn't that accurate. So we can see everybody flying past because we're doing 50 miles an hour, just under 48, 49 now. And look at them all flying in and flying out and just making it very dangerous during the roadworks where we're supposed to be trying to make it safer. So you can see the blue signs on the left, the 3 bars 300 yards or 300 metres, 2 bars 200 yards and metres. And this is just a warning that it's coming up to a junction. But notice on the right, we've got the white line. It's how it's got long, short gap, hazard, and we can see them all up ahead being very big hazards. Short line, short gap on the left, telling us it's a junction line. So there's a junction there. Now that junction line one will come more obvious at this next bit, because as we come round here, we'll see that we end up with 3 lanes rather than the 2. So what we want to know is, what do those 3 lanes mean to us? So we can see on this sign that's coming, 2 lanes that we're using, and we can see that 3rd lane coming on. Now potentially that might be a 3rd lane for us to use if it stays if it becomes a normal motorway running lane. Now we'll know if it's becoming that. See the long lines again, short gaps. It's a hazard where the cars are coming on and people could be moving around. So if it was dark and you couldn't see, be warned here of that. Now we'll see on the left, short line, short gap, junction. It's a junction line. So if that left lane was going to become a normal running lane, they would stop, and we would get the long line short gap or the short line long gap, which would just tell us that that lane's a normal running lane. But if we look at the moment, it's still telling us it's a junction lane. So if we do not want that junction to Richmond, we do not want to be taking it. So lines have a lot to play and have a lot of stuff to tell us to help us keep ourselves going, keep ourselves safe. So as we come to this next junction, we'll see the lines change in the middle to the long line short gap. Again, everyone's sticking with the 50 miles an hour limit. Sorry, we're the only people sticking to the 50 mile an hour limit. As you can see, everyone's flying past and ignoring it. Still there, still in force at the moment. They'll not be very happy when they get the letter. Oh, look at the guy on the left, he doesn't believe in the 50 limit either. or undertaking, but actually he's in a junction lane, so he wouldn't get done for the undertaking, but ultimately he's still speed. So we as well right now. But we should get the 50 the roadworks finish sign. I think actually it was on the left, but I didn't see it. So we can start speeding up again. Now, again, we're coming to this one where it's going to show us there's 3 lanes coming in. Now, this one's showing us that there's 2 lanes joining, but we only going to end up with one extra lane. So we can see the sign showing us we've got the left lane begins a new lane. That first one is going to join with us, so potentially somebody's going to come out at us on this first one. So we're going to check that centre mirror and that left mirror. We're planning to stay at the same speed. We just want to make sure we know what's going on. We can see the junction lines, we can see the long white lines that are telling us there's hazards, and then we get to this next bit where the 3rd lane exists, and then we're looking to see if is it a junction line. Well, at the moment we can see it's the same as the lines on the left, on the right, so we know that is a normal running lane, so we can just come into that and stick with the speed that we want. So there you go, nice and straightforward. End of this one.
Is that you done now?
I'm done. We'll see what it comes out like. Although I have had some quite good feedback from. Funny enough, my mate's wife's watching them and she's been driving 30 years.
That's it. The woman that asked for a reverse one, she's been driving donkeys. Yeah, she was like, "Oh, get me to do a reverse."
Well, I am gonna do a reverse one. I'm just gonna decide how. I was trying to get the glasses working because I was gonna do it from the driver's perspective.
Yeah.
And then I could speak as I was, but I can't get it to download the video. So I'll have to figure that out somehow. Am I doing something wrong somewhere? I don't know. Me and technology, not always the best of friends. But yeah, I'd called it the factory after I'd been at the doctor's the other day. Yeah, if we're going, let's get a move on, because 2.4 miles we're turning off. But yeah, get all the way up to 70, we're allowed to. Nothing's stopping us. But always remember not to rush back into your lane. Always give yourself plenty of time. Just hang with the middle, just keep it going, it's all fine. Yeah, I thought that's a bit wandering a bit. Too eager to get that indicator on that we're nowhere near time to use it. Just concentrate on the steering. If you're thinking about coming over, we start with this, we'll see the front of the vehicle, check it with that, then we'd indicate, and then we'd just let the car float in, we barely steer. That's it. Cancel the indicator, and it's all good. Yeah, so I called in, and then tell me we haven't got YouTube fame now, and it was saying, "Oh, how last have seen you on there, seen your videos." Saying to me, "Is that Andrew?"
Prepare to turn off to the left.
And oh yeah, it is. And then she's like, he's saying, she's going, "Oh, right. Oh, is that how you're supposed to do that?"